Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Cobras and the Avalanche. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Johnny Champ starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this starting pitcher right here can strike some people out. It's not easy to average a strikeout per inning, but that's what he's been able to do so far. And if he brings a good assortment of pitches like he's brought all season long, we could see another game filled with quite a few strikeouts.
Coming to the plate now, Mark Lacey. He will lead this one off today. Here's the first pitch to him. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here today. They do come in off a victory last time out, but they've really hit the skids here recently. Losers of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Oh, yeah, Matty boy, it's time right here, D-Row, to start getting greedy. You win the first 2 of a 3-game set at home. It's time to get greedy and go for the sweep.
Yeah, you got to take care of business in front of your home fans. Without question, that's exactly what this team's doing.
The second baseman, English.
Stepping in, Greg English. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here it comes. Champ has tossed over 30 innings so far this season, and with an ERA just hovering around the 3.00 benchmark. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Altogether a fine afternoon for baseball. 66 degrees the game time temperature. The 1-1 home. Champ is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around, and on top of that, he usually excels at limiting free passes. A great combination to have.
Matty V, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, 1, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and 2, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy. Not a lot of pitches. One of the things I like, he's in attack mode from the first pitch of every at-bat.
The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Sean McKee is on deck. Three-two pitch. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
That is third. The right field.
So striding forward now, Sean McKee. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now the pitch. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Now here's the pitch. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
Steiner will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Billy Gore, the Mississippi native, will be on the mound in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
Now to the plate, Robbie Efting. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The pitch. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
1-2, the count.
He can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Of course the crowd is going to get on him a little bit here, but I find it hard to believe there was any intention there. Bottom of the first, you never want to dig yourself a hole on the mound just to send a message.
Digging in now, Howard Tompkins, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set. Here it comes. A pitch out. The throw. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. That misses 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Outside, 3-0 now.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the wall.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Batting first, the first baseman, Bo.
At the plate, Bo Sparks. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. It's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. First delivery to him on the way. In there for strike 1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Efting at second. Tompkins at first with no outs. Just off the outside as he can't catch the corner.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
Here now the 2-2. Grounder down the line at third. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
He wants that changeup back right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Hitter was just a smidge out in front.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Preston Steiner, who's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. From the stretch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. First and second now, 1 man out. That evens it up 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. Runners may have thought about it, but they'll stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. From the stretch. Down the left field line and deep. And that's going to land foul. Runners are at first and second with one away. Fouled away. Ready with another 2-2. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
Stepping in now, Harold Hicks, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. The 1-0. Gore, originally from Mississippi. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. 3-0 now.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Three and one.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Hitters count. Here it comes. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Jesus Esquivel. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Blowing away as he misses again. 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
The set and the 2-0.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
All even now, 2-2. 2 out, bases loaded. And the 32nd pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. An inning in the books, no score on MLB Network. Now at the plate, Paul Taylor. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Here comes the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
And it certainly helps when you're throwing your ace on the mound in the series finale. Can't ask for much more than that.
One of the keys when you show up to the ballpark and you're going for a sweep, you look at that lineup card, you see your ace pitcher is on the mound. you have to feel awfully good about your chances to complete the sweep.
Hefting onto the grass. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The first baseman, Brad Benton.
Into the box, Brad Benton. He's got hits in each of the last 5 ball games. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Rounded slowly to the left side. Fielded cleanly. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
That's good. Good job.
Digging in, Jacob Sellers. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
You know, D-Row, it's not always easy to hit in the day games. First 5 hitters, 5 up, 5 down. 6-hole hitter, though. He must have gotten a good night's sleep last night.
That's exactly where I was going, Dan. First 5 guys in the order looked like they were still asleep rolling out of bed. Those day games will creep up on you. 6-hole guy was locked and loaded.
Buford Christian is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
On a line, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate. A crooked number going on the board.
Edwin Miles is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. 2 down, runners at first and second. A ball and a strike.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that two-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
To 2-2 now.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Set to get his day started, Floyd Lusk, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And he lays off there, 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
And he fouls this one off. And he lays off the circle change here as he moves into the driver's seat. 3-1.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
And it's fouled away. Fouled off. Another payoff pitch. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Into the box, Charles Davis popped him up. Taylor is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Johnny Champ.
The pitcher, Johnny Champ, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Here it comes, 1-0. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
Runners on first with one down. 3-1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Fouled away. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
Now back, second baseman, Robbie.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Robbie Hefton. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bottom of the second here with no score. Lays off the circle change there. A ball and a strike. Takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
The 2-1 is in there for the second strike. Now a swing and a ball foul tip straight into the catcher's glove as he's able to hold on for the second out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Howard Tompkins is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Well, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Ready with the 2-1.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Left fielder looking up. Still ranging back. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 5 on the year, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Yeah, he is kicking himself right now. He worked his tail off to get out of that jam and was 1 strike away from getting there, and then boom, all that work goes to waste. From 0 damage to a 3-run homer in the blink of an eye.
Now back.
At the plate now, Bo Sparks. And a ball 1-0. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-0 home.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Swing and a miss as he was way early on that one. 3-2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Now a changeup just off the plate as that misses for ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt you.
Digging in to try it again, Preston Steiner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the setback.
1-0 the count. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, he's just lost complete control of the baseball in this inning. 2 walks and now a wild pitch. You know he's talking to himself in his head, and I can't imagine he's saying any real nice things either.
3-0 now.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
Count full.
Three runs already home here. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And a Great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Standing in now, Harold Hicks. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. The 1-0.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him his first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
The 2-0 on the way.
That's foul.
And the pitch on 2-1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Miles is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We've played 2. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Billy Gore. 9-1-2 due up.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Ball one to start the at-bat. Up top, it's 2-0.
In this situation right here, I'm protecting my pitcher from himself. I know he wants to swing the bat and let the boys know in the clubhouse that he can do his job, but I'm probably putting a take sign on right here.
Now the 2-0 home. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. And with that, there you get a look at what's happening in the race in the National League West. Ready now, Mark Lacey. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
At the plate, Greg English. So go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The windup and the 0-1. Chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. In now, Jesus Esquivel.
For Pluto, the right fielder, Jesus Esquivel.
First offering on its way.
We're only in the third inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
In now, Floyd Lusk. As he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. So digging in now, Charles Davis. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, but everything looked clean. He was on time. He looked powerful in the box. I guarantee you he wants that swing back. He's still thinking about it as he walks to the plate right here.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder Sean McKee. And the pitch.
1-0.
And that's just off the corner and low, ball 2.
2-0.
All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Still 2-2. Pitch on the way. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to something, some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Stepping in now, Paul Taylor lays off 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Well-located changeup on that one as it catches the black for a called strike.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
takes this the other way to right. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Brad Benton stands in as he looks at a called strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the 0-1, and it's fouled away. Ready with the 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
To the plate now, Jacob Sellers. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. Sellers tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4. Standing in, Buford Christian. He reached on a single in his first try. He's set and the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Big spot right here. Got to find a way to get back in this ball game and scratch a run across.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 1-2.
1-2.
Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Waits, now the pitch.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. A bouncer up the middle. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So here now is the pitcher, Johnny Champ. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. First offering on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder is on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Well, he had to track that one for a long time, and he did so while looking back over his shoulder. Not an easy play by any means, but they practice these all the time.
Digging in once again, Robbie Hefting. First pitch on its way. The 0-1 pitch. One out, nobody on. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Sellers finds it, and the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
Ready once again, Howard Tompkins.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Leading off the inning, Edwin Miles, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed on a pitch at the thumbs, a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Glenn Suarez will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. Suarez, originally from Mississippi. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Takes this the other way to right, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
So now to the plate, Mark Lacy, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2.
No, that missed. 2-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Digging in, Greg English. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First and second now, 1 man out. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1-2.
Off the plate at 94, 1-2. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Pluto is out in front, 4-0. Jeremy Kilpatrick is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Kilpatrick.
Stepping up to the plate, Bo Sparks.
Leading off for Pluto, the first baseman, Bo Sparks.
First pitch of the at-bat. In there, no balls and a strike. Sparks, a 25-year-old. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. And it's quickly 0-2. Now here it comes. Ripped down the first base line. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Now here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
The left fielder, number 2, Preston Steiner.
Now at the plate, Preston Steiner. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. fouled off.
No, that
3-2 now.
And obviously, this guy's a double threat up there. He can run, and he can go yard, too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
So striding in, Harold Hicks. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
And this was set up perfectly for him to start the double play. He's in ideal position. And then I think he got a little bit ahead of himself. You know that old saying, be quick but don't hurry? Well, I think that was demonstrated right here.
So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And standing in, the rookie outfielder, Jesus Esquivel. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
ball.
On the ground is short. This could be 2. Reined in to second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Top half of the 6th about to get started. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Sean McKee. First pitch of the at-bat. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Slapped hard the opposite way. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
Standing in now, Paul Taylor, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And a dive, but he's back in. In there, strike 2.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
The runner at first with no outs here. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
would swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. The 3-2 one more time. And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout for a double play right here.
At the plate, Brad Benton. First pitch on its way.
Little traffic on the base paths right here, but one pitch away from getting a double play and getting right back into control.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit the other way out toward right field. Esquivel is there, one away. The tag, and he is out at third base. It's a double play. Stepping up now, Jacob Sellers. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. 1-1 the count now. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, Matty, and the way baseball is played these days, it's about 6 innings or 100 heaves, and you're pretty much looking for that bullpen. And D-Roll right now, this guy's pretty vulnerable right now at this game.
Yeah, Dan, you are a monster down that bullpen. That's what it seems to be in today's game. There's 5 or 6 of you guys hanging out down there. So he's going to empty the bucket right here until the manager gets him.
Here now the 2-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Inside, he misses ball 4.
The left fielder, number 10, Buford.
Striding in, Buford Christian. He's set. Here it comes. Hit to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Riding into the box, Floyd Lust. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. In comes the center fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder, Charles Davis.
Coming to the plate now, Charles Davis. First delivery to him on the way.
That's a foul ball.
The windup and the 0-1. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Roll. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Into the box now, Johnny Champ. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Runners on first with one down. Runners off for second. A pitch out. The throw. And even a pitch out can't do the trick. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come. And his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. 2-0 count. The pitch lifted down the line in left, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. One out and a runner on second base. Now a fastball. Oh, strike three called on a pitch that looked inside. Instead, it's out number 2.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
At the plate, Robbie Efting. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Now at the plate, Edwin Miles. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Steiner comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Kevin Landry will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Kevin Landry.
Swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in these ABs. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced so far.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
And another foul ball. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
1-2.
Fastball well outside.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Now another 2-2. Popped him up. Efting is there for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, number 7, short, Mark. Lacey.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Mark Lacey. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
2 out, nobody on. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join for the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
James Bond gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Digging in, Howard Tompkins. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and a borderline call, Matty. I don't know. I got to feel like he's got to build a rapport with this umpire, this AB. See how far he'll go in or out. He can't allow himself to go down looking again.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Drops one down here, and they'll try to beat it out. But a foul ball, 1-1. Now the pitch. Runs up and gets this one down. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
Now batting, first baseman, Bo Sparks.
So stepping in, Bo Sparks. First offering on its way. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Miles is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
The left fielder, number 2, Preston Steiner.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Preston Steiner. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
1-0.
The 1-0.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Here it comes on 1-1.
Oh. 2-1.
Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Another try at 2-2.
No, call.
Harold Hicks would be next. Now the payoff pitch home. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Avalanche are out in front 4-0. Chip Fane will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Leading off the inning, Greg English, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home. Misses, ball 2. The Avalanche are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball, you're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
Line to the right side, but foul. And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They're all out in full force, coming to the ballpark, hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
Hey, Dan, these guys have put a lot of guys on base, but no one seemed to cross home plate. Are you cognizant of that as a pitcher? Are you aware of the traffic?
No doubt about it. 9 runners stranded so far in this game. It's time somebody comes up with a clutch hit.
Into the box, Sean McKee, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Nobody out, runner on first. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Here's the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And it's fouled away. A runner at first with no outs here. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes. And he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Ready for another chance? Paul Taylor. Ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope, ball. 1 and out.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. Chop toward the second baseman. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
The first baseman, number 9, Brad Benton.
Into the box now, Brad Benton. from the stretch. Now the 0-1.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
That's the ball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 1-2. Two outs here with a runner at third. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Stepping into the box, Harold Hicks.
The third baseman, Harold Hicks.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Benton over to his left. Makes the play, one away.
The right fielder, number 18, Jesus Esquivel.
Ready for another shot now. Jesus Esquivel. Here's the first pitch to him. Out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a liner. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, Eddie knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
In now, Floyd Musk, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fouled off. Now a throw over to first. Runners on the move for second. A pitch out. The throw on the pitch out pays off as he is nailed at second base.
Well, in my opinion, this one all came down to the catcher's footwork on that throw. That was just perfect. You have to use your feet to get your body into a good throwing position for an accurate throw. He did it just right, and he nabs another base runner.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Charles Davis would be next. The 3-1. And the cutter can't find the zone as he surrenders the base on balls here.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
Into the box now, Charles Davis, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
One ball.
A ball and no strikes. 2 out with the man at first. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. In the dirt. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
Here now the 2-2. Down the left field line and deep. And no one will get this one. The 2-2. Lazy fly ball out to center field. English onto the grass. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Jacob Sellers, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0. And this will be fouled away. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Locks him up for strike 3. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line. And he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Matty V, what a nice performance in this one. 7 shutout innings. Watching from the dugout now, hard to believe that he could pitch any better than he did through the first 7 innings.
So now to the plate, Buford Christian. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
And the pitch. Hit out towards second. Throw will be well late as he reaches it first.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Standing in now, Edwin Miles, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 pitch. Strike two as the fastball is let go. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Ball.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Runners on first with one down. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Michael Wright will look for some two-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at first. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. Now the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. One strike from a shutout. Here it comes. In the dirt here. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Hit hard down the line. And the inning will continue as that's through for a two-out hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with two runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Mark Lacy. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Grounded to the right. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
4-0 to score this afternoon. Pluto took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Johnny Champ takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Billy Gore was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score. First, for your victorious home team, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the visitors, no runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 42 minutes. thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Blazers and the Dragons. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Boone Askew gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Now batting, Nori, Dizzy, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First offering on its way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here today. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Hey, thanks, Matty. You know what, D-Row? Nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up, and they'd like to win this one to get themselves on an airplane onto a long road trip on a positive note.
And you know this, Dan, as well as I do. 10-game road trip, a lot of packing involved the night before this one. They're going to have to find a way to stay focused, win this ball game, and get on a happy flight.
Our temperature should get us up into the 70s as we move along. 68 at first pitch. Ready on 1 and 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 strikes.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And a leaping effort, but it's off his glove. Throw not in time, so he's able to beat one out here to kick off the ball game.
Hey, I know everybody was on their toes right there from the pitcher to the defensive side. Leadoff hitters are known for this. Find ways to beat the ball into the ground and beat it out and get on base. Now they have to keep him in check. Let's see if they hold him over the
Dive, but he's back. At the plate now, Scott Jordan. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land out there just foul. And he misses with it, 1-1. Jordan is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will land untouched. Dizzy gets his lead at first, nobody out. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Mad Dog Jackson will be next. Now the 3-2 pitch. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, they're seeing this pitcher well right now. They were obviously paying attention in the hitters meeting. He's found a barrel to the first 2 guys to start this game. Now he's got to worry about the middle of the order.
Into the box now, Mad Dog Jackson, and he fouls this one off. First and second here with nobody out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
That is four. The first baseman, Francisco Barreto.
Coming to the plate now, Francisco Barreto, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch coming, here it is.
Nope, at the ball.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, Dero, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Hey, you get 2-0, your eyes light up, but you're sitting in one spot, and he obviously didn't get it right there. But he still finds himself in a 2-1 count, ready to do some damage.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Left side. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away. To the plate now, J.D. Eastman as he lifts it in the air to right field. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame.
Obviously, he's hoping for more if they're with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with the sac fly.
Now in the box, Alejandro Rosa. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Tough situation early out on the mound, but if he can limit the damage right here, might build some confidence and get him rolling.
Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
2 men are on with 2 men out. This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. Going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Hey, this pitcher better make an adjustment. That's a lot of loud contact. That's 4 bullets in the first inning to open up this game.
Zimmerman.
At the plate, Wade Zimmerman as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Two down, runners at first and second. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The 2-0 on the way. And it's fouled away. Looking to minimize the damage here. There's a good breaking ball as he gets the bottom of the zone. changeup is bounced to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, and a good job of working out of that one with just limited damage as the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Blazers are out in front here 2-0. Justin Johnson, the Alabama-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Digging in now, Duke Wang. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Swung out and missed that time. It's 0-1. Fellas, you look at these guys with a first inning lead, by the way, as they take the field this afternoon. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is to throw that first run up on the board, and that's exactly what they did. A little crooked number, a 2 spot to give their pitcher a chance to relax and go out and pound the strike zone. This team has been playing red-hot baseball recently.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Fouled off. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Stepping in now, Shinji Sasaki. Hit down the third baseline. He's got it. And there's out number 2.
Batting third, the third baseman, Sam Quintero.
Standing in, Sam Quintero. He's hitting .333 in the series, 2 for 6. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Right side and right into the shift. Scooped up. They'll whip this one first in time, and that ends the inning. Second inning set to go, and stepping up as the shortstop, Darren Arrington.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a strike called in the upper part of the zone.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Hey, the offense did their homework coming into this one. There's another leadoff knock in the second. That makes 5. That makes 5 hits already for these guys.
So now to the plate, Justin Johnson. And the pitcher is, in fact, bunting here as he puts this one down. There's one, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nori Dizzy. He's set and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to third. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play.
The second baseman, Scott Jordan.
Striding in once again, Scott Jordan. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Front door with the slider eclipsed the zone for a called strike. One and one.
Well, he's been laboring a bit through these first 2 innings of work. That's 37 pitches, and ideally he'd be closer to 27 instead.
The 1-1 misses for the second ball. Two and two. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball as it holds it 2 and 2.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Another 2-2 offering, skied into very shallow right. Wang is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Frankie Fernandez. 2 hits in 8 tries for the series.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes ball 1. Swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Standing in now, Omar Valido. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Stepping into the box, Corey Braxton. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. In there, and it's 0-1. Braxton, 28 years old. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. Settling in now, Mad Dog Jackson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run for him on the season, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
In now, Francisco Barreto. Popped him up. Hernandez has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the right fielder, J.D. Eastman.
At the plate, J.D. Eastman. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air out to center field. Sasaki is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 5.
Stepping in, Alejandro Rosas. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Line towards center field. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Well, last time this guy had some success, but he can't seem to get it going here. In fact, he's given him more hits in this one than he did his entire last outing. And we're only in the 3rd inning.
At the plate now, Wade Zimmerman, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So coming to the plate, William Wise. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Johnson has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake-bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Juan Hernandez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The high fastball is in there.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And this is taken in for the second out. Now at the plate, Boone Askew, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And that misses 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And he misses 2-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Count even at 2-2. Now the pitch. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Darren Arrington. Here comes the first pitch. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Hot shot down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time, he's given up 8 hits, so it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
Into the box, Justin Johnson. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. The tag, and they got him at third. It's a double play. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Nori Dizzy. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that... Coming to the plate now, Duke Wang back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. 4th home run for him on the season. As they get one back, it's 3-1 now.
Well, if you're going to get your first hit of the game, you might as well do it with a bang. He thought he could squeeze one past him, but he thought wrong.
To the plate now, Shinji Sasaki. And he puts it on the ground to second. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Boy, Gio, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes, desperate times, call for desperate measures.
Fouled away. Nobody out, runner on first. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Here's another 1-2. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. Fielded cleanly, and they tag him out, but this will work as a sort of a sacrifice as the runner moves up.
The first baseman, number 7.
So striding forward now, Frankie Fernandez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 0-1 pitch. Lined hard toward right center, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. He pulls into second safely as they also push across his score to make it a 1-run game. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
So now to the plate, Omar Valido, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. 2-1.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Now a swing and a fly ball. And foul. Working for the punch out and the offering. Oh, fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Corey Braxton stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Here's the 0-2, and he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Scott Jordan. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down, but this is foul for the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short, reined in, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. And so after getting the ground ball with a fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed, 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Stepping in, Francisco Barreto. He flew out in his last at bat. And the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Sasaki is there, and they breeze through this half inning. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and now it'll be the catcher, William Wise. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. High in the air out towards shallow right. Here comes the right fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now back, second baseman.
Now to the plate, Juan Hernandez. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a liner. Foul. Here's the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
You watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Boone Askew shows bunt on the first pitch, but he pulls it back 1-0 from the stretch. Tries to get the bunt down here, but this is foul, and we'll see if he tries it again. Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. The throw pulls him off the bag. And he is in there. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Duke Wang, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ball 2.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, and that's through for a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. Into the box now, Shinji Sasaki. And it's grounded just foul down the line. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman. Now at the plate, Sam Quintero. And their runners at the corners now. And it's fouled away. Ready with the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here. Into the box, J.D. Eastman.
For the Blazers, the right fielder, J.D. Eastman.
First offering on its way.
Whoa, that's just out.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Hit in the air down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-1 home. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Stepping in now, Alejandro Rosas. Now a rocket deep down the line in left, and that'll get down out there near the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Now here comes the skipper out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with a couple of runners aboard that are his responsibility, meaning he'd be happy to get out of here with a no decision. Jeremy Lilly is given the ball here to try to work out of a tough situation. 2 runners in scoring position to deal with. At the plate, Wade Zimmerman. He swings and grounds it to short. Scooped up. And he's out on the tag. But they do grab the lead on the run that scored away from the play.
Now back.
Digging in and looking for more, Darren Arrington with the 10. First pitch coming, here it is. Fouled off. Lilly, originally from the Tar Heel state of North Carolina. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Hit weakly back to the mound. The tag gets 1, but 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Justin Johnson. First pitch on its way. A runner on first with 2 away. That misses 1-2.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
The 1-2. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Soft liner to the right side. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, that's a win-win right there. Solid AB by the pitcher after battling, making this pitcher work and executing and getting a result. Job well done.
At the plate now, Nori dizzy as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The set and the 1-0.
Counting 2 and 1.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Ripped down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line. And the runner will score from second. Now the relay home. Throw won't get him.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a 2-bagger.
To the plate now, Scott Jordan. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. First pitch on its way. Frankie Fernandez is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Into the box, Omar Valido, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. No hits to this point. Fastball called for strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Into the corner and slicing foul. Again, a 1-2. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far.
Into the box now, Corey Braxton. That's a strike to throw down. Throw down to third is thrown away right down the left field line. And he'll come in to score from second base. And that is a direct result, obviously, of that poor throw. So they'll slap an error on the catcher there, and you can tell he's not happy back there. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Dizzy is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Now back, the catcher.
At the plate, William Wise 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. In there, strike 1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and no one left. 7th inning coming up. Portland is out in front here, 6-4. And he fouls this one off. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And that's ball 3 now as it just misses below the zone.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
And it's fouled away. Lifted in the air out to center field. Sasaki will wait on it, and he puts it away for the first down.
The batter, the first baseman, Francisco Barreto.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Francisco Barreto. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Count 1-0.
Hot shot on the ground to short. He's right there. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batter, right fielder, J.D. Eastman.
Digging in, J.D. Eastman. Pitch on the way. He pulls this one into right. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So the top of the 7th isn't over yet after the 2-out base hit.
Check out the lefty as he absolutely jumps on that first pitch and hammers it to right. Got what he was looking for and put a good swing on it.
In now, Alejandro Rosas as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. And he takes a cold strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2. Two out with the man at first. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
when you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
The 3-1 is in there for a full count now, 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
A runner on first with 2 away. Hit to short. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
Mike Diaz gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Diaz.
Bottom of the inning now, and set to go is the second baseman, Juan Hernandez.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Here's the pitch. This is pulled into right. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Now back, the pitcher, Jeremy
Bryce Lewis will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Lewis.
Pulled toward right center field. Rosa will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
The right fielder, number 32, Duke Wang.
Ready now, Duke Wang. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. First offering on its way. Rounded softly down the line toward first. But a foul ball here, 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Pitches a cold strike, the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Looked to me like they anticipated him trying to swipe that back. I mean, the pitcher shortened his delivery to the plate, but it didn't make a difference in the slightest. He still swiped that back.
The 0-2 pitch. One out and a runner on second base. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Standing in now, Shinji Sasaki, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. fouled off. Here now the 2-2. Drives it out to deep right center field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Fernando Reyes has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready to begin the 8th, and next to hit is the catcher, Wade Zimmerman. First pitch on its way. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1. Fouled away. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the two starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. In now, Darren Arrington, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First delivery to him on the way. A 1-0 delivery. That's inside. 2-0.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
Now here's the pitch. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far. Richardson will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Coming in to pinch hit, Richardson.
At the knees, strike 1. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
Now batter, the second baseman.
Digging in to try it again, Scott Jordan. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Tried to get the arms extended, but he couldn't. 1-1. Swings through it for strike number 2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That makes it 7-4.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
At the plate now, Mad Dog Jackson. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And he will crash into the wall, but hold on to it there for the final out of the inning. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Michael Robinson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Leading off the inning, Sam Quintero, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
Drilled down the line, and this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball, and he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
The first baseman, number 7, Frankie Fernandez.
To the plate now, Frankie Fernandez. He'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike 1.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
From the belt, the pitch. Slider laid off for a ball.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
A runner at second, nobody out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter. And it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
At the plate, Omar Valido, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So far this season, Valito is carrying a slugging percentage under 350. Needless to say, he's not a big extra base hit or home run guy right here. The 1-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Fastball on the inner third, taken for a strike.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
3-2. Runner at second here with one man out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 99, Corey.
Standing in, Corey Blackston. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
To first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. Portland leads it 7-4. Tracy Stewart enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, Francisco Barreto, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. He's set. Here it comes. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
And I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
The 1-2. It's a fastball that misses.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Smoked on the ground left side, and that is into left field, so the leadoff man's aboard to kick off the 9th.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead, you have a chance to add on in the later innings. The leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
Into the box, J.D. Eastman, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
The 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Stepping in now, Alejandro Rosas, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move, and they can't run it down. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. Runners on first with 1 down. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Here's the payoff pitch. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this is foul near the seats. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. Heading out towards shallow right. Right fielder coming on. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the catcher, Wade Zimmerman.
So digging in now, Wade Zimmerman comes in 0 for 4 with an RBI in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Hit out towards second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Bob Melvin's going to make his way out for a conference at home plate, and it looks like we're going to have a double switch here. Killian Stewart, if the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the 6th, number 26.
Digging in once again, William Wise. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the ninth.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got their work cut out for him. Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Late that time for a strike.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he's off to a hot start in April. Currently second best in that department in the National League. Ready once again, Juan Hernandez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers. That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Mike Slocum will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Ball 1. The 1-0 home. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high.
One thing that can nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at bat here.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll make the catch to end it as the Blazers have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
7-4 the final finish today. The Blazers get the win after banging out 16 total hits. Justin Johnson wins his 3rd of the season, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Killian Stewart records the save, his 12th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 7 runs on 16 hits. 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base. for the home team. 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.